Iran launched a barrage of missiles at Israel on Thursday, wounding more than 200 people and damaging a hospital in a southern city. Israel struck back with airstrikes on key Iranian nuclear sites, including the Arak heavy water reactor. Israeli officials said the reactor was evacuated and posed no radiation risk, while Defense Minister Yoav Gallant vowed a strong and continued response. The attacks mark a dangerous escalation in the country's long-standing conflict. The UN nuclear watchdog is monitoring the situation closely.
Iran vows not to surrender in its air war with Israel. The Philippines has joined other nations in the scramble to evacuate their citizens from the war zones. But as Zen Hernandez tells us, the process is not easy.
The apartment where Filipino caregiver Diana used to stay was one of those damaged as Iranian ballistic missiles continue to rain on Israel. Diana survived because she was at work, but her two Filipino companions at home were not as lucky. They went back for some belongings in the middle of the evacuation and were among the critically injured. One of them underwent lung surgery and remains unconscious, while the other suffered a broken arm.
Masakit po na na ganun yung nangyari sa kanila. Masakit po. Nakakatakot sa kalagayan nila na ganun. Na ganun yung nangyari. Pero thankful pa rin ako kay God kasi nung time na yon talagang na-save ako.
The airstrikes began last Friday after Israel launched an attack on Iran, allegedly to stop its nuclear weapon development, something Iran denies. Iran retaliated, and after almost a week, the air war continues. U.S. President Donald Trump has called on Iran to surrender, but Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei immediately insisted that they will not back down. Because of this, several governments have begun evacuation efforts for its citizens. The Philippines is now arranging the repatriation of 178 Filipinos from Israel. And since Israel's Ben Gurion airport remains closed, Filipinos will be transported by land to Jordan.
Today, it stands at 178 who have requested for repatriation, and we are processing their documents. 28 are travel ready, so we are set to mobilize. That is why myself and Assistant Secretary Benny Legaspi and another officer will travel to Beirut tomorrow and onward to Amman, Jordan.
In Iran, the Philippine Embassy in Tehran is targeting to repatriate 25 Filipinos. They include 11 OFWs and 3 of their relatives, 6 Filipino permanent residents in Iran, and 5 relatives of Philippine Embassy staff. The evacuation in Iran will also be by land, since airports are also closed. According to the embassy, they now have access to buses, but there are other problems.
For the past 5 days, talagang ang haba ng pila ng mga sasakyan sa mga gasoline stations. So ang ginawa ng Iranian government, inililimit nila ang bawat sasakyan ng only 15 liters bawat kargada ng gasolina. May mga buses nga, pero wala namang gasolina. Then we can start repatriating them.
Only one in a few exit points out of Iran has not been affected by airstrikes. This is the road toward the border of Turkmenistan, estimated to be about 13 hours away from Iran's capital, Tehran. The embassy also faces problems with intermittent internet and communication. Some staff are now sleeping at the embassy, along with Filipinos hiding from the explosions. But even the area around the embassy was not spared from airstrikes.
Wala naman talagang safe na lugar dito sa Tehran or anywhere in Iran. Lahat halos yata naaabot ng missile at drone attack ng Israel. Yung Iranian Broadcasting TV Center, that is about 3.5 kilometers away from the embassy. So sa ngayon po, wala pa po ako nababalitaan na na-injure or namatay. Awa ng Diyos, lahat po kami dito so far ay safe and sound.
One of Iran's nuclear reactors was the latest target of Israel as Israel vows to destroy all of Iran's nuclear and military capabilities. According to the Department of Foreign Affairs, only one signature is needed to raise Alert Level 3 or voluntary repatriation and travel ban in Israel and Iran.
I expect the Secretary of Foreign Affairs po na by today, ipirma na niya yung approval ng pag-akyat kasi gagawin natin for both countries voluntary repatriation para mas mapaalala natin sa mga kababayan natin na may repatriation program na kailangan pagsamantala nila.
The Philippine government guarantees that every Filipino coming home will receive 150,000 pesos in financial assistance along with livelihood and employment support as part of its reintegration program. But many Filipinos still refuse to come home, including Diana.
Sabihin na natin 150,000. Sa taas ng bilihin sa Pilipinas, madali pong maubos yun. May dalawa po akong anak na nag-aaral. Meron pa po akong tinutulungan ng mga pamangkin ko. So, be practical na lang po. Dahil sa, kaya mag-stay ako dito.
Zen Hernandez, ABS-CBN News.
At least 28 people are killed by a Russian missile strike on a 9-story apartment building in Kyiv. The building was hit Monday evening during a large-scale barrage of over 440 drones and 32 missiles. Rescue teams are working non-stop to recover bodies from the rubble. City officials have declared a day of mourning. Russia's intensified summer offensive against Ukraine has targeted both military and civilian areas.